Revelation 7, verses 9 through 10. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man can number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. Revelation 7, verses 9 to 10.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection. And I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
And welcome, good morning, grand rising to each and every one of you on this, the new month. It's a new month. Yesterday was first. This is the 2nd of June. We're in the middle of 25. Summertime has started already, even though they say it don't officially start until a certain time, but we're okay with that. Grand Rising, good day to each and every one of you. Right now it's 7 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. If you have to be there at 9 o'clock, you are officially, you was late. You late. And, but you might not, some of you all might be out, out of school and other places. You might not, you might be home for the summer, and that's a blessing. That's a blessing. And I'm going to say that this is a very, very big week for the Magman Morning Show, a very big week for the state of Mississippi, because the municipal elections are getting ready to occur. Hey, let me put myself up there first. There I am. I'm going to give our schedule of the things that we're going to be doing during election day. My plan is, I'm praying to God, I got to get to Clarksdale, Mississippi, and also I'll be covering the local Lambert, Mississippi elections specifically from Clarksdale. I'll be in Clarksdale for Little Red, who is Orlando Payton. Wait a minute, let me put him in staging here. I want to get this out of the way. Orlando Payton, that's Little Red. That's our Little Red, who has supported the Magman Morning Show and has been a dear friend of mine for many, many years. This young man, I call him young man, he got some age on him, but then he's a young man because I believe that he has the ability and the wherewithal to take the city of Clarksdale farther. I've been reading some reviews and some posts of some kind that they sent to me. His opponent sent to me. Let me explain this real quick. I'm fair. I got my own personal feelings about some things. That's okay. But when it comes down to elections and it comes down to officially endorsing someone, I take my time and I try to find and compare the candidates, and I try to find common ground, as they might say. And I hadn't found any with his opponent, who I refused to mention, because I reached out to him and his people were hostile. They sent me a nasty email. Mr. Meredith, folks, I'm not even going there. The way that you beat prejudice and hatred, you go to the poll on this here instead of whooping folks and saying, well, okay, you want to do something to me, then okay, we can get down and boogie. Well, I'm an adult. I don't have time for fights, and I don't fight nobody. Ain't no time for all of that, and ain't nothing that serious unless you messing with my mama, my family, or somebody I love, or whatever the case may be, wife or somebody or something like that. No, I ain't gonna have all that. You fight for your folks, right? The politicians, I'm not gonna get in no squabble with you. You had enough time to choose your sides. I want to mention the person's name. Even in politics, it affects me here and it affects me other places. We did a report on a particular mayor of Illinois City, the city of Harvey. I'm going to mention it. And this person's relatives withdrew their advertising, took their advertising, and said, you talking about my relative and all of that foolishness. So I'm not even I don't have to deal with that. That's a horse of another color. Let's talk about Mississippi right quick. I've been here in the state of Mississippi. It is going on 25 years in this region. And for those of you that don't know, well, you might as well know. It's nothing that I'm not hiding nothing like that though. And Clarksdale, Mississippi is very dear to me, and I have always supported uh, Clarksdale, Mississippi. Oh, before the what? Okay, all right. Okay. Before I get into politics or anything or any endorsements or anything, I've worked for municipalities. I've worked for politicians. I've campaigned for them, and I pick my candidates wisely. Now, I was thrown a curb earlier this week, but I'm not going to worry about that. Let's talk about Clarksdale, Mississippi. Now, wait a minute. All right, Brother Lee is here with us a little bit earlier here today. Hey, Brother Lee, I'm not saying you're early, brother. You know, usually you be preparing for your day, grand rising to you, sir. I'm gonna bring you up in a minute. I want you all to look at. Should be coming up. Come on up. I think it froze or something. I don't know. Wait a minute. Okay, there. Right. Wait a minute. Come on back. Let's see. Oh. I'm back in so many. Oh my God. Okay. All right. I'm back. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. Hold on. Okay, folks, hold on a second. Let me. I'll be right back.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m.
When you're trying to do what you have to do and trying to get everything together, you have these situations. So don't y'all get nervous. Thank you all for being here. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Grand rising to all of you all. Great day to all of you all that are here. Thank you. I didn't call the roll or nothing. See, if I'd have called the roll, then I would have been all right. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you that are here. I'd like to wish everyone and say hello to everyone. Happy June to all of you. Happy June to everyone. New month, new beginnings. for all of us. Now, I was back here looking at Brother Orlando's contributions that he has made to the city and the county, the city of Clarksdale and the county of Coahoma. Let me see if I can get this a little bit more. Wait. Okay, wait a minute. Uh-oh, that's wrong. I ain't supposed to do that. Let me take this out right quick. Y'all forgive Brother James Mack. Please forgive me. All right, there we go. Let's see. Hold on. Now, Brother Orlando, let's look at his record. Now, I'm going to say this, and this is for all candidates. Have you a track record? You got to have something to run on. All right. Brother Payton, he is at present, he's the state representative of District 26. He has appropriated and helped appropriate and secure funding for Clarksdale and for Coahoma County. Now, he didn't leave the county out. Get this, during his tenure, now, if you don't want a mayor like this that can bring home the bacon, something is wrong with you, and bring to the region the things that need in his city. Over $80 million. He helped get $80 million to secure. He's got 80 million. It's 80 million. Wait a minute. Let's do this one more time. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, let's go wide. I got to see. All right, $80 million. $80 million for roads and bridges. Let me get this. It would be nice to put these on so I can see. All right. For Mississippi Roads and Bridges, that's in the Clarksdale area, he got, and he secured $80 million. For the public schools, he helped appropriate $80 million. He helped appropriate and secure 15,581,778.39 for the Clarksdale Public Schools for year 2025. That's $2 million more than from the previous year. He's bringing the money to the school district. He's got $7 million. He helped to secure and appropriate $7 million for the Coahoma College dormitory. That nice dormitory that's going up at Coahoma College, $7 million of that money he got. And it's he got $100,000 for the Coahoma County Higher Education and Continuing Educational Center HVAC. He helped them get the new system that they need for Coahoma County, for I think the college and for the Coahoma County School District. But this is the most important part that he did, and he helped to secure, along with his colleagues in the legislature, a $1,500 raise paid to teachers, and they got that $1,500 raise in 2019, and he's still working on funding for the school system of Clarksdale and for the infrastructure of his town. Why am I saying all of this? Well, his opponent came, got in touch with me through his people. One, never say you don't like a member of my family. That's what they did. They said, "Oh, I don't like your brother." My brother worked for for Congressman Benny Thompson of the 2nd Congressional District. He worked for him for many years. Retired. He over 20 years. He worked for the congressional offices, and in that region, he's worked for. And saying that, I seen Orlando's work. I seen what he's done. I saw him and seen him in action. And his opponent came at me and he says, "We want better for Clarksdale." I said, "How long you been there?" He said, "I've been here all month." I said, "Well, what have you done?" "Well, I'm active at my church. I'm this and that. I'm the corner." I said, "Well, you need to stick to getting dead people's then, because you're not a mayor. Y'all trying. And then how can you, I'm going to say this, how can you in a community that's the majority of them, of the community is black, and you white, and you trying to run white racist politics in Clarksdale. Okay, y'all don't like to hear that. The movie's over. Y'all saw Sinners, okay, which was great, which those same people tried to boycott and talk about there's going to be shootouts and all of these other things. I even hear in North Mississippi, they're saying they don't want a certain communities of Horn Lake and South Haven to turn out to be like Memphis. Let me tell you a joke or something. Right now, take it from me. This is the McMahon Morning Show. And if you want to leave, I can't stop you. I hope, folks, that you understand and realize and see really what's going on in our community. They had the Sinners movie down there. They don't even have a movie theater, trying to get some things together because of white flight. Okay, and all that racial prejudice and everything. Oh, we're getting ready to turn into the toilet. Oh, the Democrats are running things. Like, y'all doing so much. Y'all really in love with Donald, that orange fella. I hope you're listening, the opponent of Orlando Payton, because I told you I was going to say it on the air. Sir, you do not qualify to be mayor of nothing. Okay? Little less if you can't even talk to the constituents and the people of the community. Now, you might have you some Stevens out there, some yes bosses and all them other folks out there. You might have that. But there are some educated, real concerned, real informed citizens of the city of Clarksdale. Okay. There's some real important, there's some people that take time to figure out, and they know you. They know you. Just because you think you did a couple of things and maybe gave $100 here or something here, like you all of that. Why do you white people really feel that we still your nigger slaves? I said it. Forgive me, Diane Black. I know you and your daddy are sitting there in the deacon. I'm sorry about that, apostle, y'all. I apologize for how it sounds, but I meant every word that I said. It's a shame that in 2025 we still talking about slaves and we this and with that, and you talking prejudice, and you don't want things to go. What are you going to do for Clarksdale and its residents? Sir, he know who I'm talking about. I ain't going to mention your name, never. What you going to do? You going to do for your white brethren and your white sisters? And I'm talking about racist white people. Racist, not my friends that ain't racist. I know that y'all know who I'm talking to. I'm talking about them racist folks that sat there, didn't want a movie to come there, but the movie company came anyway and said, we'll do this, we'll do that. And you never know. There might be a theater in your all's purview. You need more than theaters. You need better schools. You need more money to be pumped in. Okay, because they've taken it all. The state of Mississippi has taken it all. They were so bad in the last legislative special session that they had that they gave nothing. They gave no help, no projects, no nothing to nobody. They that selfish. How evil can you people be? You got to be evil. Got to be something in you that is not right. And I'm talking about politics all the way around. There's black people. There's black people. There are black people that are, we're against each other. We're against any kind of progress. Look at Byron Donalds and that dude over there in South Carolina talking about segregation and Jim Crow was better for black people than it is now. You're an idiot. Now you go back to the slave plantation. You get on the truck with the hoe. And that's the thing you chop, not a whore. I'm not saying that as a person. I'm saying the thing that you get to chop, the hoe, you get to chop cotton and all. I ain't doing all that. I can yes, sir, and keep my head down and not look at you or not get an education or my family can't live. And I'm not kissing your boots, none of yours, nothing. Orlando Payton for Clarksdale City Mayor. Y'all scared to say it. Why y'all so scared to come up to folks and say what you mean and mean what you said? That's why I can't stand a gangbanger. A gangbanger is a coward. A gangbanger will sit there and talk about that's his neighborhood, don't own nothing, not even a window to pour piss out of. This is my neighborhood. You ain't even paid no. What taxes have you paid? Where your tax bill at? Talking about this your community, this your neighborhood. And then they get happy, I'm going to say it, about Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover, oh, free Larry Hoover. Free him nothing. He's a murderer and destroyed with his orders from jail and anywhere else. Anybody that stands for gang banging and killing your own folks, you're a damn fool. Now I said it. Now take that to the bank. Y'all been sending all kind of messages. Send me some more. That means that you're listening. I love God with all my heart and all my mind. I love him. But I'd be doggone if I sit back and just be passive and let somebody roll over on me. You be humble. You ain't got to be like them. No, you ain't running me over. You be humble. You bow down to them hunkies. I'm not going to do it. I'm sick of them, and they know who they are. I'm not talking about Caucasians that are not doing that. I'm talking about the ones that are out there doing this garbage. Now send me another message. I'll find you. Don't worry about it. Don't keep playing with James Mack if you want to. I'm a professional, but I can say some things to you. I ain't got to use man cuss word, as they say. I'm not here to cuss you out. I'm not here to make you shame. I'm here to get the news. So if getting the news makes you pull your advertising, good. Take it with you, and you can take the commercial too. I don't want it. If that makes you turn off the channel because I said something and it just so happened to be your relative, you need to go to your relative and tell them to get their act together. People will attack you. People will say, I'm coming. I'll be at Clarksdale somehow, somewhere. If I got to hitchhike, I'm going to get there. Because my commitment and my word is out there. This man has been out there doing the work, along with the people that are there concerned about Clarksdale. I hadn't said anything. I hadn't posted nothing. I hadn't said anything to anybody until they came after me. Oh, this is McMahon fella. He's on the radio and on broadcasting and talking about Orlando Payton, who ain't nothing. How you gonna call my brother nothing? Your mama ain't nothing. I say to Diane, I'm sorry. I ain't mean to say that. Y'all forgive me. And all the saints, I'm sorry. But see, I ain't there yet. I ain't perfect. You slap me, I'm gonna slap you back. You hit me, you might get away. I'm not going for it. I'm not turning back. We kept telling you all we're not turning back. Now, if you want to turn off, or if StreamYard wants to kick to the side, you go ahead and you do that. I'm I'm going to be broadcasting live from, God willing, from Clarksdale, Mississippi. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that you, the people of Clarksdale, don't be fooled by these shysters. Don't be fooled by the shysters. Now I said that. And if that bothers you, go look at P. Diddley. He'll give you some entertainment. I'm not here for that. There's some serious things going on in our community as a people. This man is doing things. The Orange Man and his cohorts are doing any and everything, and we sitting back, we silent. We trying to find an outfit for next weekend. We trying to get to the corral, and we trying to do it. Y'all go vote first. Know who's running your government. Know who's your representative in your community. I do not endorse the alderman of the 4th Ward of Lambert, Mississippi. I don't endorse you. I don't care whose cousin you are. Your wife is. I don't endorse you, sir, because you're not for the city of Lambert. Now, if you don't know what Lambert is, look it up. I've been talking about it all since I've been on the radio. I've been talking about Lambert, where my mom and peoples live and everything, and my folks and my roots are. I said roots. Yeah, I know it's roots. I know I want you to hear me. Y'all get up off your tail. Y'all go vote and stop letting these people talk all this foolishness. How you going to talk? The whole community's getting ready to go down because, why? Black people that pay their mortgage, their taxes, take care of their yard and their families, just because they want a better life for their children. Your community is getting ready to be I can't stand a prejudiced honky. I can't stand you. God gonna get you. God gonna get you. You think you're going to heaven? You ain't going nowhere. You're going straight to hell. That's where you need to go. Anybody that supports that idiot that causes wars and take people and put them off in other countries and want somebody to celebrate. They was talking about making his birthday a national holiday. I heard that. What kind of idiots do we have? Well, I tell you what, I'm going to fight until the last day. And I don't mean physically fighting, because I don't think nobody will come up to us and do. I hope not. If you do, you're in for a rude awakening. And I had to set that straight right then and there. You got to be able, folks, make up your own mind. I support Orlando Payton. I'm not saying you got to. I support the people that I support. I hope that you would take a look at their records and say, they might be good. Nobody paid me for no endorsement. Not Kiana Belcher, not Little Red. Nobody endorsed. Nobody paid me. Oh, endorsed paid. Here, this is a commercial. Nobody paid me to endorse Diane Black. I endorsed her because I believe that she's pretty capable, and we have this platform. Okay, I'm through with that. Y'all get out and vote. I done spent too much time over here. I'm gonna bring up Brother Lee. Wait a minute, he's gone. He'll be back. Y'all be patient and everything. Don't get in a hurry. I want to say hey to everybody. Hey to Alice and everybody that's not here. Hey Sharon, I see you. And to all of you all. Nobody's in the chat, but they're not working. I don't know what they're doing, but you can't keep the message out. StreamYard has been doing. I saw a new service that I'm working with. I've been telling y'all that for the last couple of months, but I found it. And we're going to have to do something with this StreamYard thing, because they don't know whether they want to give us all the viewers or not. This is the MacMan Morning Show. I'll be right back after these.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection, and I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, You know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we're back on the MacMan Morning Show. I'd like to say grand rising and good morning to each and every one of you. I'd like to also thank all of you for going by. Those of you that have and those of you that will. Summer's here. It's a little bit warm. And I'd like to invite you to go to the Smoothie Cafe. And the Smoothie Cafe has just been opened. Miss Tremaine Roberts, who is the wonderful proprietor of that wonderful establishment. And we want to thank her for her great customer service and all the things that she does with the Smoothie Cafe. Y'all go out there and you go out there and please support her over there in Matson, Illinois. She's there. And if you want a great beverage, you want some great smoothies, they got real good health benefits to the smoothies that they do have. And they got wonderful ice cream. You know, this is the time. Don't go to the other. Look, support our own. Let's support our businesses. Our black business, no matter where they are, let's start supporting them and giving them the support that they need. Let's start helping our own economy. And let me tell you something about Miss Tremaine. Miss Tremaine is over there at 4714 Lincoln Highway in Matson. She will be open right after the show at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time from 11 to 7, Monday through Saturday. And if you'd like to, let me know. If you can get a picture of this, I'll send you a picture of this. You can get that picture there. Let her know that the MacMan Morning Show, she'll know that you couldn't get the flyer. But if you do, you can take a picture. You can do something. And just let her know that the MacMan sent you and you will get your discount. I'll make sure that you get your discount. Hey, I got a rave review. I think Sharon went over there for her family. And I want to thank them for supporting all of our Illinois and Indiana folks up there. Y'all go by there. Y'all know who I'm talking about in the Southland. Y'all go by the Smoothie Cafe and say hey to Miss Roberts and give her your support. Come from a wonderful family and just a wonderful business person. And she's got awarded the best of 2025 from the city of Matson. And she's recognized, her business is recognized for their outstanding customer service satisfaction, all of her online reviews, and by her customers, and she deserves that. And we take our hats off to Miss Roberts as she continues to grow in her business, as we continue to support. Y'all go by there. I guarantee you that you will not be sorry if you did. Listen, this is the MacMan Morning Show. I'm James Mack. I'm your host. We're here from 9 o'clock a.m. till about 10:20, but we're going to go a little bit over a little bit today. I got Brother Lee Mack is here today. I know y'all expected me not to be. I know y'all be wondering, why is this man fussing like he is? I'm very passionate about my people. I'm very passionate. I am. And when I say mine, I mean people that have, not just want any something, but it's just sick and tired of the games that people are playing. Okay? We as a people have a power that you might have heard of, but you don't use. And that's the power of your vote. Let me stop the people right now in saying that your vote don't count. Don't be nobody's fool. Brother Lee, come on back in. I got you. You come on back in. Don't be anybody's fool. Make up your own mind. Look at your community, and you look at the candidates that come knock on your door and ask for your vote. And the first question I would ask them, why? Okay, now you want this position. What have you done thus far for the community? That's the question one. That's question one that I would have. Question two is, with the office that you're going for, because either you got a policy making or an enforcement type, and the enforcement type is the executive branch, and the legislative branch legislates the laws and everything. What would you legislate to help the people? I'm tired of people looking at black people like we're just the scum of the earth when we built this country. I'm tired of it. And it's time for us to step up. If the white folks feel that they are all, and they're where I am, they have said, and I want to say, Miss Young, I saw your message to me about telling people that the place where we live in the Southland in DeSoto is, and around about in the Delta and everywhere else, that it's getting ready to be a cesspool of people because of Memphis. How dare you, ma'am, put us in a category, put anybody in a category that they're not in? Go on and say what you want to say. Why don't y'all go and call us niggas if you want to call us niggas? Go on ahead and say it. Because I'm not tired of this. Stop sending to macmedia3@gmail.com your foolishness. I don't keep it. I ain't got time to fight you. I ain't going to court with you. If you're nobody's threatening me, but I hate when people don't use their minds and think for themselves. I'm not thinking for you. I'm putting it out there. This is who I think, or the persons that I think. Y'all can go if you want. It's okay with me. Jim Mack ain't going to be here. Okay, I made a commitment. I'm not here for clicks and views. I'm not here for, of course, I want you to like and subscribe. Of course, I want you to be a part of our show if you like to be. I'm fine with it. You can sit back, laugh, holler, or whatever the case may be. I'm going to steal it. It's not the rabbit that ran the race that won the race. That's because he's fast. But I'm the turtle. I'm going to slow walk you. Okay, God is going to take care of what he set me out to do, so I'm not worried about that. I'd like to say hey to Brother Lee Mack. He's here, our co-host, our wonderful co-host of the Mac Man Morning Show. Brother Lee, I got up hollering on this Monday because, on the weekend people bother you with that foolishness and they try to throw shots and different things, but I'm not the one to go for it. But Brother Lee, I don't have many stories. Let's open this up. I like to open up to you about this election. It's on somebody's nerves. Somebody really nervous because they're trying to do any and everything to stop the progress that's going on in the community. Let me bring Brother Lee up. There he is. Okay, because I know he probably had to go in and come out. Hey, Brother Lee, say grand rising to your folks here.
Great day, everyone.
Brother Lee, is it just me? Now where we come from, we and a lot of people know we come from Chicago. We've seen the jokers and everything around election time. You get your chicken or you get your $10 or $20. They want you to come and vote. They'll spend that money to get you to vote, but they won't fix a street or they won't advocate for anything. That's a horse of another color. There's some there's some races going on here that's putting racism in it. I know that you are avid. Thank you, Jesus. You're an avid movie watcher and so forth. You got theater I call it theater in your house almost. It's really nice, and so I know that all the first y'all got the Netflix and the hookup, or I don't know, but they were hollering. There was some controversy about the movie Sinner, and it was being played this past weekend in Clarksville, Mississippi, as a screening. The production company came down. They had, it really was wonderful. Well, we had the Caucasian people that are talking it down, calling the people, oh, they look like they herd of cattle and they come from Memphis, and they had busloads of people just coming down to support the city of Clarksville. And the man that's running against the brother Brother Peyton in Clarksdale sent me a message and said some things. And I told him, I said, one, I've invited you on my show. I'm not scared to have you on my show. You can come on. You should, because I think it'll give you a great reference that you can use to let people know where you stand. No politician is going to get us out of anything. I'm here to tell you, politicians ain't going to do it, folks. And the majority of, not like Diane Black and others, but and other people's, because I think Diane is getting ready to prepare for a run. She's going to keep me posted on some new developments with her. But Brother Lee, the South is our home. This is our roots, not our home, but this is our roots. This is where our folks come from. And I'm looking at things and I'm saying, is things really changing there? I wonder. And with all of this back and forth, and we right on the brinks of the local elections, how important are local elections, Brother Lee, to all of us? And you can speak from your heart, say so, what have you. Glad to have you this morning, Grand Rising. Go ahead, Brother Lee.
Well, I'd say, number one, we're not the labels that people put on us. And people are going to attach labels to just about anything that they don't like or they want to try to minimalize, uh, make us invisible or make us less than. White folks, I mean, here, okay, Caucasian people, let me tell you, they have Hollywood nailed down. And they can bring out any movie they want, and they do. They bring movies about dogs, fish, and bugs and everything. They can bring insignificant movies, and they say they are great. It's propaganda when they talk because they can say anything. They have the Oscars. That's a Caucasian award. And when we get nominated, we go crazy about it. We get excited about when they nominate one of our movies. They don't like us. They don't want us in Hollywood, but we're there because we make them money. And there'll be a time like now when they'll put us down and they'll try to minimalize us and make us insignificant or make us a terrible try to portray us as a terrible people. And we can't buy into it because they say they don't like Memphis or it's a bad element in Memphis, and they say it's a African American element, so it's bad. But they be buying the blues records, and they come to the blues concerts. They come by the thousands, but they say they don't like us. But you see them at our venues, and they eat our foods and in the South, and they can't wait to get there. Because they know we are good people, we're great people, and then they come and they try to steal votes by telling you things that's not true. And that's why I tell people you should always do your research. And among yourselves that those things that they say are not true. Yeah, they're gonna put it on out there in social media and say things. Why should I listen to someone who stole just about everything that they had? They stolen everything that they had. And like I say this, and I'll say this, and people can think about it or not, but I'll say this. Um, when we talk about reparations or how they can uh, can give back and make it right, and I'm gonna tell you this, and this is a fact, and I don't think anybody said it like this, quite right like this, but until you know what, when somebody has paid you back, in this instance, when we know the Caucasians have given back to us what they stolen, is when they have nothing. Is when they have nothing. That's when they're giving it all back. See, they saying, well, we don't want reparations is just too much money. When you give everything back, when Caucasians have absolutely nothing, then we know that they paid us back because they stolen everything that we had, and they walk around with everything that they've stolen. So until you see them with absolutely nothing, that's when justice has been done. See, that's the thing. We are fair. We are more than fair people. We overcompensate because we saying you can keep some of the things that you stolen. Just give us reparations. No, give us everything that you stolen. And the only way I know that is that you have nothing. Caucasians will have nothing, and then I know we have justice. See, we won't speak it. We won't say it. But that's right. When Caucasians have absolutely nothing, then justice has been done. But until then, no. Why should they keep anything that they stole? If you rob a bank and give half the money back to serve a sentence, you think you're in jail. So we don't want half of what you stolen. We want everything that you stolen. And when you have nothing, then I know there's justice is done. But here's the thing about Sinners, that the movie, and I saw the movie, and I saw it twice. Actually, it's a great movie. It's a very moving movie.
It's
Uh,
a good movie, great
yeah, but
movie.
since we haven't done a lot, enough movies where we can do nonsense. This is not nonsense. See, Caucasians can do nonsense. They can do a movie about a clock. They can do a movie about a piece of paper. But see, they can do those movies because they own Hollywood and they've done everything. So now they don't have nothing else to do. See, we're not
Mm.
there yet, so we have to do movies about our history, movies about our culture, movies about how we live, and showing people, showing our young people and people in between how we lived, how we got along, how we enjoyed our life under the suppression, under the pressure and suppression of Caucasians, all the suppression that they've done on us. We still manage to stick together and enjoy each other's company. And they hate that. They say, well, how can you still smile after we've done the things that we've done to you? And that's the thing. They can't figure it out. They say, we have thought we crushed your soul, but you still rise. And that's the thing. We rise no matter what. And that's one thing they can't
Yeah.
figure out. They say they take everything from us and wonder, well, how can we still keep moving on and moving forward? And that's what I have to say, my brother.
You know, and you make a valid point on several things, brother Lee. And I don't want to seem self-righteous, which I'm not, or perfect, never, far from it. But you know, it's people can talk, and I know we could brush it off, but I don't want to brush it off anymore. People, Caucasian, white folks, I'm gonna say it. White folks, I ain't gonna call nobody a honky anymore. I'm gonna just call them white folks. That's the evil races. When I say white folks, Caucasians for another folk, but the white folks, or you race, for the races, for white folks, or there ain't no such thing. White folks have a tendency, as you said, that they block anything. Now they'll support, like you said, they'll come and play the blues. They'll get drunk with you, buy your drinks every day. They've been sitting there. They love something about the blues is just make them go crazy, which is good. It's okay, fine. You like that's your genre of music or whatever the case may be. But that's where they want to keep us. And the thing that I saw the people from all nationalities, not just white, not the country white folks. They was on the outside. I thought they were going to protest or something. They ain't got that kind. See, they don't have the numbers that they used to have back in the day to frighten anybody. Now there's some white folks still frighten black folks, still make them cook their meals, and they working in them old stores and stuff from working for nothing and making them rich. And then they say, well, we've been getting along all along. I'm not settling, Lee. I don't think that. Well, why we got to settle for what they hand to us? You know, I was looking at, there's another movie. This ain't no movie review, but this is another movie. I saw the movie uh, Hoodlum. You remember Hoodlum was filmed in Chicago. And in the Hoodlum movie, it was a particular scene where the brother that was working for what's his name? He says, the Jew guy that was the gangster, whatever his name is. And they had the black fella from the Mod Squad on there, that was his henchman. And the way they treated us, like they were eating lunch, the two white fellas, the policeman and the boss, the mob boss. And he told his man, that his right hand man is the black guy, he said, take these scraps home to your children, them hungry children that you got to feed. He said, no, Dutch Schultz, that's his name. Yeah, history of white folk. And Dutch told him, take it home to your children, wrap that up and take it to your children. I was hot. And that's how some people are doing today. Take these crumbs that we give you, Brother Lee. Don't talk back. Don't say nothing. Take what we give you. Hey, take this apartment. Take this job. You can't get that. You can't get this. You can do this. You can. And now all of this stuff. Are we still? I want to know, because I must be asleep or something. Are we still at the bottom because these people are not just because of their action? Is it partly our actions? I mean, their actions and partly ours. Who lays at this point in time, Brother Lee? Who does the fault lay at what door and at what mat on this situation about how they're doing? I just want to just bring it out because it was brought to me. I want to bring it out. So, what do you think, Brother Lee? Who for this mess that the black community is in? What's the deal? Lay it out to them. One more. Lay it out to them, Brother Lee. What is the state of Black America according to Brother Lee Mack?
Well, I would say this. This is the problem. I'm gonna tell you the problem is that it's our elected officials, it's our pastors. They are they are contributing to this problem by getting along to go along to get along. It's clear. Listen, it doesn't take 400 years to get anything. It just doesn't take that long. But it's taking that long for us to get anywhere. To get crumbs, it's taking 400 years to get some crumbs. And only reason because you got to pay the house Negro to contribute and keep us quiet and keep us docile. Like, for example, some of the pastors, most of the pastors, they will tell you, look, your heaven gonna be in earth on it. Your reward would be in heaven. They tell you it's there. Don't fight for anything here. They say it's over. Submit. And when you pass away, heaven will be there for you. See, we can have some heaven here on earth if we fight for it. If we stand up as human beings and fight for what we deserve, what is ours. See, we go to our what we call, I don't like to call them that, but black leaders, and we
That's
look
what they call. That's what
for
they call them.
guidance. Have you ever heard somebody say white leaders, Irish leaders, or Asian leaders? But they'll say black leaders, and they'll pick our so-called leaders for us. They'll pick our spokesmen for us, and they will be the mouthpieces. And then, when they pick these people, you look around, they driving a nice car, living in a nice home, they eating good, and they doing all those things. I mean, they don't they don't want for nothing. Once they become a black leader, they want for nothing. So this is the psychology of the Caucasians is, I don't have to give you reparations. I give it to your leaders. I give your leaders reparations. I give it to your pastors. I'll give it to your politicians. I'll give it to them. I'll give it to some of your actors. I'll give it to some of your sports athletes. I'll give it to them. A few of them, like you see Beyonce, she's making millions, billions, and everybody want to be like her. Everybody want to dance when they should be working. Everybody want to dance when they should be thinking. Everybody want to look like her when they should be trying to find out how can they do better. How can they rise above? But they want to go to the concerts and pay $1,500, sometimes $2,000, over $2,000 to go see Beyonce. Say dance a little bit and say, I saw her. It's like they say they saw Jesus Christ. You know,
Oh,
you ask
something.
them, who they want to see more, Jesus Christ, Yahweh, or do they want to see Beyonce? I guarantee Yahweh gonna lose. Beyonce
That's
is gonna
bad
lose.
when the good Lord. I'm with you because you
I'm gonna
know
tell you,
something. Yeah, yeah.
they
I mean,
want.
they were
That's what I'm
charging me.
hearing.
They say they were scalping tickets. They were scalping tickets for well over $3,000-4,000 almost. And I'm sitting there like, you mean to tell me? Now this is just me. You spend your money on what you want, not me. You mean to tell me you're gonna crowd me into a arena or whatever? I got to sit there. First of all, I got to get down there. I made this analogy the other time. You got parking. You got to feed everybody that you with because you ain't going by yourself. If you do that, that's nice. Okay, whatever. But who ain't nobody going? You spent these high tickets that you got. You spent. I mean, and I'm just rounding this off. You spent almost just let's say $5,000. That's ridiculous, Lee, to me to give Beyonce to talk. I have never bought or solicited a song or bought a song. I'm not saying she's a bad person, but for $5,000, you're gonna go down one day now. You're gonna spend $5,000. You know how many rent payments and mortgage payments and car payments you can make? Not just payments, how many things you can improve, or how much of that money, if you had just $5,000 laying around, you could put it to some better use. What better use can people put $5,000 toward these old instead of these tickets? We talk about that a little bit more about. Look at what look at these tickets and things these people are spending. Go ahead, sir.
Here's the thing, and I keep saying this: we are not them, and that's why we fail. We are not them. We're using their methods to solve our problems. And when you got people like Beyonce making billions of dollars and say she needs more money, and the very people that buy these tickets can't afford it. They're going without rent. They're going without paying their rent, their mortgage. Some of them going without food just so they can see this woman. They're going without things. Their kids are going without things. They are going out without things that they need, essentials, so they can go see Beyonce. And I've seen it on social media where they would borrow money, Peter, to pay Paul to get these tickets. And you know what? They tells you that Beyonce don't give a heck about you because she'll take your money and wave at you and you'll say, oh man, I saw Jesus Christ. And she don't care about you. Those celebrities don't care about you. They'll show you how much money they got. They'll count the money. They'll throw it up in the air. They'll do all those. You'll see them eat in a nice restaurant, drive the clothes. We want to be like Beyonce. We want to be like Denzel. We want to be like guys don't really do that because we don't want to be like Denzel. You don't see any guys say we like that, bro, but we're not trying to be like them. And that's the thing is that our sisters and a lot of sisters, a lot of women, they love Beyonce. They want to be like that. They want to have the hair like that. They want to talk like that. And the thing about that is that this woman don't give a heck about you. She don't. She doesn't care about you. Don't care whether you live or die. But you'll run and listen to us. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a spoiler. I'm a spoiler for you. I'm gonna spoil this thing for you. Most of it, when you go to see Beyonce, and you can look this up. She's lip
I'm
syncing.
listening. Go ahead, brother.
She's lip syncing. You're not even hear her sing. She don't sing. She sings maybe a third of the song on stage, and rest of it is just lip syncing. You're not hearing her live.
Mm.
They don't do live anymore.
But
You get you get
brother Lee, hey, but brother Lee, they gonna get mad because you talking about what they call her. I don't know what they call her
the
nickname, but they don't
beehive.
be
They
talking about
call
that.
it the
They go, yeah.
beehive. They call
What's
themselves the
going on, brother
beehive.
Lee? They gonna be attacking you. They gonna say you
And
a
they can
chauvinist. They gonna say that you don't mean.
listen.
They say you beating up on the women's and
I'm
everything.
beating. You know
Go
what I'm
to
beating up on? I'm beating up on a billionaire. I'm beating up on a billionaire that don't give a heck about you. Her and her husband
mm,
don't care about you. They told you. They told everybody about Kaepernick. They say the march is over. They say the resistance is over. You know, they say stop marching against Because Kaepernick got a bad deal. They say stop kneeling when you hit a national anthem. They say Jay-Z said that. Since they paid him off and gave him a piece of the NFL, he said the fight is over. He got his cut. Just like Jesse Jackson said, he said boycott Budweiser. When his kids got a franchise, he said the fight is over. See, this is the facts. This is what's going on here. When the leaders get what they want, they tell you to stop marching. They tell you to go put your signs down. This is a fact. You can look all of this up, please. And that's why I always tell you, look it up. If you want to catch me in a lie, look it up. If you want to see if you can find me telling a lie, look this up. You know what? If you got half a brain, look it up and see it for yourself. You ain't got to take my word for it. I'd rather for you to look it up. But I tell you this, your politicians won't tell you to look it up. You know what? Your pastors won't tell you to look it up. He'll tell you where to look. He say, don't look over here, look over there. He'll say, look at here, look at this proverb, look at this chapter. He'll tell you where to look to get the answers he wants you to take. See, he won't tell you to look at the whole thing. He won't tell you that the Bible is missing some pages. He won't tell you anything about those things. But see, he'll tell you to, do with what you got. Listen to this. It'll be the way. You know what? Religion itself, that's in that Bible is brought to you by, like they say on the commercials, brought to you by the Caucasians. It's brought to you by the Caucasians. They tell you how to think, how to believe. And you know what? We won't admit it. I'm going to tell you something. The first thing we have to do is wake up. That's the first thing we have to. If you want to fix anything, you got to wake up. You got to get out of the matrix. And the matrix is what the white man, the Caucasians, I don't want to call them white. They not white. They pink. You know what? Pink is not a powerful color. That's why they take white. See, that's why they want to be known as white people. Because they pink people. They the color of a pig. They pig colored people. That's why they want to get a tan. And we keep calling them white like they done washed and got. You know what you call white? You call something you've gotten clean. They don't have a speck on it. But see, that's the thing. They're not white. They pink. They pink people. They trying to look like us, trying to get them a nice golden tan and lay out there and stretch out there. They don't like their own color. You know what? And that's the thing. Yeah. They hate their own color. And see, we don't see it. They got self-hate, but they call their self-hate a tan. See, that's the thing. They can reverse that stuff on you. They got you thinking that tan that they get, that's something good. That's something, they start off looking pink and they die the same way. They can turn, you know what? They the real colored people. They turn pink. They turn purple, they turn blue, and they turn black. And they turn, when they die, they get there. That's the thing.
You know something? The Pope, I want to say something. I'm gonna go into a commercial in a couple of seconds, and we're gonna come back with that. But I want to put this at you too. Did you see the Pope's face in the casket? They didn't embalm him or nothing. Perfect as he started turning dark real fast. Real fast. And when I say real fast, they're the real colored people. They're the real colored people. That's the thing. They're the real. They turn the whole color. They the real colored people. See, we one color. They the real colored. They turn purple. They turn red. They turn blue. They turn all of those colors, and they call us colored. That's crazy. That is. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. We coming right back. I promise you, Brother Lee, coming right back. I got a big question, Brother Lee. Put this on your mind. Now, they said, I read something. So I was on a platform this weekend. I tried not to get on too many or anything like that. And they were talking about Larry Hoover. Now, Brother Lee, I got my opinion about it. I want to know about this because you got a little bit more insight to the culture of that day when it was out just coming along when they was really getting strong. We're going to talk about that. I want to talk about that too. I'll be right back in a little bit. We're going to continue. I got Brother Lee Mack, our co-host, and here with the Mac Man Morning Show with James Mack. We here, and we'll be right back. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be right back. We're glad that those of you that are diehard listeners of ours, that you stand by and that you just listen and get your morning show as you do our Grand Rising show here on the Mac Man Morning Show. We'll be right back after these messages. Right back with Brother Lee, y'all.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
And we're back on the Magman Morning Show. Grand rising to each and every one of you. Let me reiterate that we will be in Clarksdale, Mississippi. God help us. We're going to get there. The election night coverage will begin at 6:30 Central Standard Time here on the Magman Network, the Mag Media 3 network here. We're going to be in Clarksdale, Mississippi for the result of the municipal election. And it's real important to the citizens of that city that your voice be heard. And we're going to we're getting all of our preparations. We're trying our best, getting the batteries charged, all those things that we need to do to participate down there at Little Red's Blues Lounge. We're going to be there with. I heard that. I don't know what was that. Somebody said shit. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say the word. I heard something. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me mute your mic, Brother Lee, right quick. All right. We'll be here. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't mean to say it. We're going to be here for the election night coverage, election day coverage. We're going to be covering the Delta. We're also going to be keeping tabs on the Jackson, Mississippi race and several of the other races that are going on around in the region, where we're going to be specifically paying attention to Clarksdale, Mississippi, and Lambert for various reasons, because I have and our family has ties there. And not just because they have ties there. I want to see what's going to happen. I believe that Brother Little Red is going to be successful in what he's doing. And all of you candidates that are running in the election, Godspeed to you. Do right by the people. And I don't think it'll be any kind of problem or anything. But we're just grateful. Brother Lee, I have a question. This was thrown at me. It wasn't a question thrown at me. Somebody threw a statement because I was on another show talking to the host and the guests, and they asked me about Larry Hoover. All right, for those of you that are Larry Hoover fans, that's okay. You be a fan of who you like. That's okay. But Lee, they are celebrating, and I said this. I said, I am not going to celebrate a murderer, a drug dealer, somebody has literally participated in the destruction of my community, whether it's in Chicago, whether it's in the South or wherever. That man's hands reaches, even when he was in prison, he reached out, and some of the most diabolical things allegedly, let me put this up here because y'all get nervous when you start talking about these punks. And that's what they are. I'm just going to call it like it is, because anytime you go around robbing folks, killing folks, you got our young people have been influenced by you, and they think you're a god or something. And when they heard that, and this is how crazy it is. This man got a 200-year sentence from the state of Illinois. He ain't going nowhere. Convicted. Now they got some people down in Springfield, some politicians, Brother Lee, that are advocating for this man to get a full pardon or a commutation from Governor Pritzker of Illinois. I say don't do it. They say, well, if you let him out here, the gang violence will stop. If you let him out, the kids will act right. Like these kids are controlled by him or by the gang leaders. Brother Lee, come on in here because you know more than I do about this culture because from being, we were raised on the run, born on the West Side and everything, and we seen the things that are going on. Give us some perspective about, I'd like to know your opinion about his release and his effect on the black community. Help yourself, brother.
Well, what he's doing, I mean, it's not that hard to figure out what's being done here. He's contacted certain people and told them that he can do certain things. In order for him to do those certain things, he told them, listen, you have to let me out. So he's getting consideration, even though he's unalived so many people. He ran those streets with an iron fist. When you heard his name, you knew that something bad was going to happen. He was not a priest, a pope, or some kind of social worker. He was a gangbanger. Not just a gangbanger like people don't think. He was a criminal. Let's give it not a nickname like gangbanger. No. He was a criminal. He unalived people. He was a murderer. He killed them. He took them out, just on a whim, on the thought, you would live or you would pass away. You would die. And that's what he did. And now he wants out because he's saying he has power, influence in these streets, and he can do some things. And he's probably paid some politicians off, paid some politicians, some pastors off to go into that governor's office and beg for his release. Now, I would say that's a fact. It's just like, Don Juan. He's famous. He's been on TV shows and sitcoms and movies and all of this. He's pimps. He sells women. He sells women's bodies. He's famous for that. He's celebrated for that. He wears his green and he drive around in his green Rolls Royce and all of those other things. And we celebrate something like that. Who sells women's bodies, they souls away, children, not just women. He sells children. He don't ask you for an ID to see if you're old enough to be sold. He will sell you. He will sell you on the street. Just as quick as he'll take an air to breathe, he will do this. He's no better. But he is celebrated. People applaud him. We applaud him. Not all of us, but he's done sitcoms, he's done movies, he's done concerts, he's shown up. Man, I mean, the rappers love him. Not just the rappers, you got celebrities love him. You got people on the street love Don Juan, and he's famous for selling souls. That's what he's famous for: selling women, selling your babies, selling your kids, your nieces, your nephews, nieces, and selling people, selling your children. He's famous for that. He's known for that. And he's celebrated for that. This just tells you where our mind is at. We must first wake up before we go forward. We can't go forward like this. We're in a matrix now where they're telling us that bad is good and good is bad. That is exactly what they're saying. And we celebrate the bad before we even get to the good because we're confused. And those things that I just said, you can look it up. If you don't think Don Juan has been on TV shows and sitcoms and movies,
yeah, he making money, movies and all of those stuff. They celebrate that kind of photo.
Selling your babies. He's selling your babies, your nieces, your sisters, your mothers. He's selling them. He sells them on the street. He sells them for pennies on the dollar, and he gets most of the dollar.
Let me ask you this, Lee. Why is it then? Why are these people actually celebrating these dangerous people? What kind of? I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
Come on, Lee, help me out.
I'm gonna tell you this, and this is where it goes back to. Listen, bad boys are wanted. That's what the women like bad. They don't like the boring boy. The boring men, they like the bad men. They like the Jody and the Ray Ray. Those are the guys who get the attention. Those are the ones that women scream about. Those are, and you know what? That's what makes the kids, the boys, grow up to want to be like that because that's what the women want to get. By the time the woman want a good man, it's too late. But in their young lives, and even now, they want a man with some flash, with some interest to get their interest going because they get bored. So that's why you see Shaft is famous. You see, the bad guys is famous. The guy with some edge to him, he's famous. Slaughter Big Score, famous. You see Pam Grier, she famous. All of those bad people who portrayed as bad people, they famous. That guy who takes care of his family, he's not famous. You can't make a movie about somebody who takes care of his family and go to work. He's boring. Not a lot of people gonna go to that theater to see that. So they're gonna go see that bad guy, that rapper with his pants around his butthole, and they gonna see that. They gonna love it. They gonna want to scream for him and sleep with him and just to have his baby. I mean, we gotta wake up. We have to wake up. And that's why I say, they don't Caucasians ain't gotta do no more to us. We set on automatic nonsense. We set on automatic. We gotta wake up. And our pastors gotta wake up to wake us up. That ones that go into the churches and sit in there, he tell you how to be prosperous, how you gonna make some money. They went to the prosperity church. All the churches are now prosperity, telling you that money is going to do. We got money telling us what to do rather than money. Money is supposed to be our slave. We the slave to money. We the slave to money. Money's supposed to be working for us, but we working for the money and never get enough. Never know how to use it because the money using you. Money got you working for it, and you don't know what to do with it. You take it and give it to a Beyonce concert for $1,200 or $5,000. Go see Jay-Z, and he tell you to not stop kneeling for the flag. I don't get up and put my hand over a heart of a country that don't give a heck about me. Get some self-respect, and when they play that flag, don't put your hand over your heart blindly and follow something that's going to lead you right over the cliff. That's what I have to say, my brother.
But you know something, brother Lee, and I'm trying to get all the juice out this orange this morning because I just got another little message. I tell people, please y'all don't send no messages while I can't answer them. But this one kind of came right in my face here, and it's a 6-point star, and I don't. It ain't a. Listen. Let me tell y'all this. James Mack don't get threatened or nothing like that. Ain't nobody doing nothing to me or nothing like that. And they throwing these little stars and they little hoodoo this or that there. And I mean, these some old ass. I mean, these some old people. Forgive me again, Diane Black. I know you saying, James Mack, what's wrong with you? These some old folks, man. These old brothers, they got more gray hair than I got. Talking about got their pants down to the. I can't stand to see an old man dressed like an older guy dressed like somebody my age or something, dressing up like they. I mean, look at P Diddy. He dyed all his hair is white now. We know, brother. The time gonna catch up with us. Okay, but I sit back and I see this foolishness, and people got the tendency to because they got the. How can you have loyalty for someone, brother Lee? Help me out because it's not a popular show today. I'm gonna say this. Let me say this to the ether real quick. I go another hour too if I want to. You don't want to hear anything like this. Yeah, people don't want to hear that this Larry Hoover has destroyed our country. I mean, not destroyed our community. He can't destroy the country because he's just a mechanism to do that. I can speak from Chicago as a youngster, Brother Lee, when I was growing up. The gangs was getting started in the grammar school. I'm not joking to you. They were calling themselves vice lords, disciples, and all that other stuff. I wasn't nothing but in the church. I guess I'm a saint. But I was in the church. My brother, my younger brother, and God rest his spirit, He wasn't just a member. I think he kind of like almost in the hierarchy. So I'm not ashamed to say it. And I had no trouble. Nobody whooped me or nothing. That's Savaye, brother. That's why you better leave Mac brother alone. You better leave him alone. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. And that's Savaye, brother. This and that. I had protection. I ain't had to do too much fighting and whooping or nothing. We never got, nobody came and shot our house up or did anything like that. And that back then or whatever the case may be. And I never got a chance to ask the question, what is it, Brother Lee? The gangs and the jails got our younger people, young folks, more now than ever. I see more young black men and boys, whether they're in the juvenile or they're getting ready to go to adult prison. Brother Lee, it is, I mean, I don't know, man. It's,
this is
come
what
on, Lee, help me out, bro. Help me
this is
out.
what it is. This is why brothers. This is why the kids join gangs. I'm gonna put it just like this. And I don't know why the psychiatrists and psychologists and sociologists, I don't know why they haven't put this out there. They do it because when you see the young kids in these gangs, they want the respect of a grown up before they get grown. They want it. It's like women, girls. They want to be grown before they be grown, before they get grown. And that's how the young boys is. They want the respect of a man, and they're not men yet. In order to get that respect, they join together in a group and they terrorize. So you can look at them as a man. They get that. They want that fear. That they want that get that fear in you. That's what makes them feel like a man. They think they know very little about being a man, but they can see that men get respect and no one sees a child. They see a child, there's a child, but they aspire to be men. So in order to get that right now, they get into a game. So then you notice them, then you see them, then they're seen. See, kids are was seen and not heard and not seen. And see, and they get in a gang. Now you see them because you fear them. That's what it's all about. That's the root of the thing. The root of the problem is they want to be respected before they even grow into respect. And that's what's happening. That's why the gangs, that's why they are what they are. Because that's why they can get recruits. That's why they can recruit. They tell them, you can be respected, you can be feared. Don't you like that feeling? But when you tell a child that don't understand, they don't understand what they're doing because all they want is some attention. They want they want that feeling that people move out the way. They want that feeling. And see, they don't understand it. They don't understand that kills their life, that shortens their life. They're hurting their own community. They don't understand it because they're children and their brain is not developed yet. It's easy to put an impression on their minds. And that's how gangs have grown the way they are. That's how they grown. I don't care what race the gang is, but that's how the great gangs get developed. They grow and get that strength. Like you see Larry Hoover. I mean, he recruits them like that. They like him because they see what he can get that fear, and they put him. That's what the armed forces is. That's why the army. Listen, that's why your government army, the U.S. government army, that's why you join. That's why a lot of them join so they can get that fear. They can go over there actually on a lot. They can go over there and kill people in other countries and they can get that aggression out. That's why they join. They don't join to say I'm defending my country. They go in there so they can be respected. They can be feared. They can walk the streets. And they say, I got a whole gang of 10 million soldiers behind me. That's why they join the armed forces. They don't join armed forces to defend their country. Ain't nobody ever come to this shore. This is the only country where they haven't came to this shore in the last 200 years. So that's why you see when they say I'm fighting for my man, you ain't fought for nothing. Because you know what?
Nothing.
We as black folks, we don't fight. We know what they say. Well, I'm fighting for my country. Well, no, you fighting for your promise that they was gonna give you something, and they haven't given you nothing yet. See, white folks, Caucasians, fight for what they have. When they join the armed forces, they're fighting to defend what they already have. We're fighting for a promise that you said that you gonna give me something that you haven't even done yet. And when somebody tell you thank you for your service, believe me, they tell you, you know what, you're fighting for something you didn't even get. And so don't lie to yourself. The veterans, don't lie to yourself. At least tell yourself, listen, you didn't get the promise that you was owed 200 years. Every time we lose a loved one overseas or in the army or in the navy or in the armed forces,
Mhm.
you know what? We don't get our promise. White Caucasian people get their problem. They fighting for the laws that they made. They fighting for the loans that they get for their houses. They're fighting for their police. That's their police. I'm gonna tell you something. Those policemen don't belong to us. Those policemen don't fight for us. They fight for Caucasian. And see, we have to understand the very thing police was created as slave catchers. Look this up. That's what I have to say, my brother.
All right. Well, you're listening to the MacMan Morning Show, and we're here each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Productions. I'd like to emphasize again, we will be in Clarksdale, Mississippi on tomorrow at Little Red's Blues Lounge. You want to come on down and say hey or what have you to all of our listeners in the Delta. Meet us down there if you're not doing anything on tomorrow to celebrate. Hopefully, I'm praying we're going to be at the headquarters, the celebration headquarters of Orlando Payton, who is running for the seat of mayor, and it's going to be something lively. And like I said, I don't take any wooden nickels or anybody trying to put me up to doing anything. I do not support his opponent. I didn't support him in the first place because of what he said and how he says it, like he's entitled as a white person to. He feels nobody else is, and this is the way he came off to me, that nobody else is, and he might be listening. If you're listening, I ain't even gonna mention your name, but if you think you can intimidate me in thinking that your folks can, it's not going to happen. I own my show, and I'm grateful that God opened up this door that I have creative control over what's going on here, and I'm not paid by anybody. Ain't nobody. I don't care if you gave. It doesn't matter. I'm going to stick to my principles. I'm fair. I reached out to you, sir, and that's all I'm going to say about you. You just go ahead and hustle bodies or doing what you're doing. I'm not saying that a coroner is someone that you're not supposed to. We need these. We need those types. So you stay at the coroner's office and leave the mayoring and leave the authorities and leave the taking care of things to the people that are there. I think you ought to be. I mean, I have nothing against white folks. I'm keep telling you. There's a pastor that I know. All of y'all ought to know. Some of y'all, he's a nationwide. Not all of us. You might not know Father Flager over at Saint Sabina Catholic Church over in almost in Inglewood, East Inglewood, I call it, off of 79th Street, and they had a shooting right across the street from the parsonage from the church. As you know, the Catholic priests, unless they go and live off the site, most of them do. But in the black community, he's the leading black Catholic church in the city. He's doing a wonderful job. They burned the other one down. I don't know, and they don't have the attendance like they do. But Saint Sabina, its school, its membership, I mean, it's packed up in there. This is a white man. Okay, he's a Catholic white man advocate. He pushed more. I guess he say, well, hell, I might as well can't beat him. I'm going to join Father Flager. You know, I ain't talking about your Father Flager. I know him real good, and he's out there doing so. They got a $10,000 reward for that shooting this weekend. If you got any information, deleting to the arrest or whatever. You ain't got to give your name. Just drop it by. Go by St. Sabina, get their phone number or something. I didn't have it handy with me because I didn't anticipate going talking about it, but it led right into our discussion. They had a gathering. Brother Lee, I want to ask you this because you're right there. Now they need to have it here. I had a situation this past week, in the community that I live in. I'm out there sitting with my family. We're sitting on the porch. Well, that's what I call the front. And we're just sitting there, neighbors. We sit there, we're just having a conversation, and all of a sudden, I hear a gunshot. Now, in this area, if you hear a gunshot, it's serious, okay? Because we don't hear them. We ain't got police running around. Not that we a perfect community or anything like that. It just ain't happening because most of the crime does happen in the urban areas. And it's rare that it comes to it. But when it does, it came to us this time. I'm standing there. This man, who happens to be Caucasian fella, was out working, and he has teenage daughters. Check this out, brother. He got a teenage son also. And there was a gunshot down there. We're sitting on the porch. There's a gunshot. So we looking, and folks running up the street. Here these kids here, they couldn't be no more than 13, 14 years old, walking up the street with AK-40. If I'm lying, James ain't my name. I'm looking at it with I went and got my gun. I'm the police. I got to protect mine. They walk over. We going to shoot everybody over. You got an AK-47. Get in the house. Tell my family, get in the house. Everybody get out. My partner, my neighbor got his gun. I got mine. We were ready. So the boy runs in the backyard, my yard. I mean, next door, almost fast. Whoo, she running from the white man because it was 10 people, and I'm gonna tell you, it was 10 black young men in that man's house. He got a daughter, and the daughter has friends, and they kind of like the little brothers over at the apartment building over there, right by their house. And so the man come home, leave from whatever he's doing, working or whatever, and all these niggas in his house, 10 of them. If I'm lying, James, ain't my day. I didn't know this was going on down there. These kids, they get smoking weed in the man's house and everything. And the man come home, and lo and behold, catch them folks in the house. So the son go get the gun and bust one up. Bow, bow. He done bust the gun. So they running out the house, running and this and that. We trying to find the phone. Don't find the phone. Find the gun first. But they coming up the street. So the man driving his truck. Did you see? I say he jumped. He back there. He ran back in the backyard. He may be on the other street, not knowing that the pit bulls. I got neighbors that got dogs behind me, and most of them is 1, 2, and they got the wood fence. You know how the wood fence is. You got the family here, the family. Well, there's dogs on both ends. I say he ain't jumped that gate. If he jumped that gate, them dogs would have ate him not only for lunch and dinner. They'd be picking their teeth now with his bones because he'd have been through. He'd have been hot. The first thing we'd have heard was a scream because they were ready. We didn't hear anything, and they lay in wait. If there's somebody back there, they're going to lay and wait until you get up close to them. Then they're going to go to barking. If I hear that dog barking, I know somebody is messing around with their fence or mine. But make a long story short, the young man stooped down. So we got the flashlight and we got the gun because they coming up the streets with gun. And you ran into my yard. Well, I got to protect mine now. So we go back there, turn the light on, and I holler for her. He said, well, we going to sneak up on them. No. We ain't sneaking up on nobody. I said, listen, we got our guns out. You see this flashlight here. If you move any other way, other than with your hands up, sir, you know you're going to get shot. I can't speak for nobody else. I'm going to shoot the first thing that I see moving. So if you move, you better say something. That boy didn't say nothing. He was quiet. I'm kind of glad. See, I really seen God save somebody's life that night because if anything would have moved and it had been that young man, he'd have lost his life. Make a long story short, we move and we fast forward. I was horrified. They went back there and they got him. He was quiet. He was scared. He was kind of glad the police came back there because he didn't know whether he was going to lose his life or not. Now, these kids are walking up and down these streets, disrespectful. They got guns. The parents were nowhere to be around until, Brother Lee, This is extended version of the Mac Man Morning Show. I'm gonna get this out. Um, until Brother Lee, the parents came hollering at the police. My baby, oh, they didn't do it. Lord Jesus and all that other stuff. They would all that other. You know how they perform and clown. Your child is doing this. The gun is in your house. It was four of them. Four ran the other way. The police passed right by them or whatever. Now, to make a long story short, these kids are running these people's. What are they running their houses or what's going on, Brother Lee, in these houses that these kids feel that they empowered? They talk to the police anyway. I'll shoot you. I got this switch on the gun. They got this switch, the little bitty thing they put on the back of the gun to make it shoot fast. And what you know about the switch? I said, who are you talking to? I mean, they come up and talk to you like you idiot. Oh, who are you? You what you know about these switches? So they put out there, these little kids. These are 7, 8 year olds. Pull out their little cap guns or whatever. They ain't no more cap guns. I don't know what a cap gun is or whatever. But they got these little water guns. They putting their guns out their little bags and everything. So they seeing this behavior, and then we elevating Larry Hoover and all these game bangers and stuff. We want our kids to be the little hoodlums, the little thugs, but they pay. I saw the little boys at the graduation pictures. He got his pants and his drawers showing, and his glasses and his diamonds and all that, like he all of that, not knowing that most of the rappers is punks anyway. They sissies, and they ain't telling you nothing. I don't care. I don't listen to your music anyway. But I'm just saying, Brother Lee, it would disturb me that these kids, what with this society with these kids, man. Could you imagine what are your grands? I'm just throwing this at you. I kind of know what you probably would do, but I ain't gonna say what you're gonna do. I don't know. Your grandson come talking about what's up, folks. Hey, Pop or whatever. Hey, Pop or whatever the case may be, walking with his pants down. I know he ain't gonna live long. He gonna wish he hadn't. How would you deal with that, Lee? You have kids. You got a son that grew up in the era, and daughters that grew up in the era. Come on, help me out. Help old Mac Man out a little bit.
I have grandkids and I have kids, and it's simply not allowed in their house. That nonsense, not just guns. It's not allowed in their house. That nonsense. They can't speak nonsense. It's not tolerated, and that's the thing. It's been tolerated. They didn't just wake up one day and started speaking that way. They woke up one day and they spoke, and the parents did nothing. So that behavior continued. And now when little Junior get in trouble out there in the street, see, mama don't have the sense she born with either, because she defends that behavior. Oh no, not my baby. Don't take my baby. Now he a baby. He a man in the street with a gun. Now he a baby, and he's a baby now. He didn't know what he was doing, but you didn't parent that kid. You didn't tell him right from wrong. You didn't give him consequences. Now he's out there doing whatever he wants to do, because a lot of times the parents want to have fun too, so they in them streets. So they not around the house trying to parent these kids. They letting the kids be take care of themselves, and now because kids can do what they want now. So you got the parents not being parents until somebody get in trouble. Now they want to be don't touch my baby. Don't do no do all the no. You gotta parent these kids. When we see something wrong, we gotta say something. I know we afraid to say something, but we're gonna have to do better as a community, as a village. We gotta stop being so afraid of our own community, and we're gonna have to get together and figure out how to parent these kids out there in these streets, and let these parents know that you got to sacrifice. And that's the main thing. Parents don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to put something on hold. Because you got to put your life on hold in order to raise something that didn't want to be here in the first place. So you're responsible. Instead of saying, I want to party too, I want to do. No, that's the result of partying. That's the result of being selfish. When you have kids in the street like that, it doesn't take money. It takes attention, because rich people got idiots. Middle class got idiots. If you don't parent, it don't matter how much.
Oh, Shirley, come on back.
people say, I ain't got no money. Well, you got enough money to parent these kids.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. I'm losing your audio. Speak up a little bit, Lee, if you can, before, or come in and come back.
We we
I
have
can get. Okay, there you go. Come on.
we have to we have courage enough to be parents. We can't have fun and raise kids too, because you got to put your fun on hold because you sacrifice. That kid didn't want to be here, so you're gonna have to sacrifice. You can't put your enjoyment in front of being a parent, and that's what we've been doing. And the tail is wagging the dog, and we got to stop being the tail and start being the head. That's the thing.
Mm.
You know,
Uh-oh.
I go, but the pastor don't have to be your pastor. Stop leaving it up. He getting the tithes. So don't look to the pastor to save you because he ain't gonna do it.
No.
That's what happens.
All right, this is the McMahon Morning Show. Grand rising to all of you all that are participating. Wait a minute. That are participating with us. We'd like to thank you for sticking around. Once again, let me remind you on a programming note that we have. Trustee Kiana Belcher will be with us on Wednesday. With already made the announcement, but she's coming back to visit us and give us an update on what's going on and her new desire to be the fifth district commissioner for Cook County in that Southland area. We want to talk with her about several things and about the how things are going down there since the super mayor is out of the way, and she has some other updates that she wants to give to us. That'll be Wednesday on the McMahon Morning Show. Also, we're going to have Kobe. Alderwoman Colby Chapman will be here on Thursday. We got some people coming in on Friday. I'm going to give a total recap on Wednesday morning. I might, but then I might have already done it that evening of the election. We more than likely will have the two victors of the election, the major elections that I'm covering, hopefully on Wednesday. Brother Lee, get a chance to talk to Brother the new mayor Clark. Said hopefully we hoping that it's Orlando Payton. If it's the other guy, he ain't coming. I'm good with him. He do what he do. But I'm not even going there. We're rooting for the best for our brother in Clarksdale and in Lambert, Mississippi. I like to say good morning, Grand Rising to all of you. Hey, Diane Black, I ain't seen you. You ain't stuck your head out. I got a little frustrated. I ain't frustrated. It's just a little. I'm tired of people thinking that they can tell me how to do my show, who to support, and what to do. I'm not going to allow you to do that. I am my own person. This is independent media. That means that you're going to get stuff that you're not going to get on mainstream media. I'm not biased. I'm very fair. I want you to come on. If you want to, you come on. If you do, you come on. I'm not paying you to come on. I'm not paying for no interview or nothing like that. If you want to talk to your people, talk to the people. If you want to put the record out there, put the record out there. And I'm grateful for everyone that StreamYard did not kick off. And I don't know. I know it's StreamYard. They're doing this. But that's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. You can always get the replay. Let me say to our listeners on WKRA 92.7 FM, we want to thank you all. We're going to be looking at all of the races within our region, but particularly we're going to be in Clarksdale broadcasting tomorrow evening starting at around about 6:30. We'll get started. The polls close at 7. We'll get the reaction of the community and of the candidates as they come in. And also, hopefully, Brother Lee, if you can, I'm going to hook him up. I mean, technology is such that you can answer questions. We can do a show from anywhere, and we'll see if we can get our panel to come on and to participate with us. And maybe Lil Rit, he's going to come and he's going to come on the broadcast. We'll be broadcasting live from his from his headquarters. Y'all just hang on, and we got more this week. This is a big week, and we're going to make some adjustments. You might even see me on camera. I am going to be on camera starting real soon. That's just me. I ain't talking about Brother Lee, nothing like that. Y'all, if y'all want Brother Lee, y'all got to y'all got to make a request. But anyway, we're going on. I'm going on camera, and that means that there's going to be some adjustments. I got the camera ready, and I got the lights together from what I see, so that you can have a good picture. We don't want nothing ragged. We're going to do everything top quality here at the MacMan Morning Show. Let me say good morning to Brother Larry Roberts Jr. of Larry's Barber School Barber Shop. I'm going to be talking to him. That's Tremaine's brother. He has they're really doing some great things. Y'all don't forget about the Smoothie Cafe. Go by and see the Smoothie Cafe and get your smoothie and get you some ice cream for the children and for yourself. I like ice cream. My mother's a black walnut woman. She likes black walnut. Yeah, just give me some ice cream. I'll be all right. I don't like all the cherries and the strawberries and things like that. And all that stuff. But that's a horse of another color. Listen, we will be back here on Tuesday morning, tomorrow morning, and we will have a whole full day of broadcasting. I'm going to be coming in and out live, giving you developments and updates. We're going to even have some of the candidates on, like I said, that will be encouraging their constituents and their people to get out to vote. Please get out to vote, folks. You can't vote early today. You can't do no absentee ballots. You got to be there tomorrow. And what I've heard already, there's a low turnout of absentee ballots. So that means that folks are going to be either coming to the poll or ain't going to vote out. I ain't going for the bottom. Y'all get out there and vote. Listen, for Brother Lee Mack and for all of us here at the MacMan Morning Show, grand rising to all of you. All have a great day. We'll be back here on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on MacMan Morning Show, Mac Media 3 Productions. We're out of here. We're going to be gone. God bless all of you. Please support us if you can. Like and subscribe. We'll be back here. You're going to see something really new on next tomorrow. You're going to see something really new with the MacMan Morning Show. We got something special for you. I already let it out the bag, but we'll be back here on tomorrow. And God bless all of y'all. Y'all take care. And we'll see you real soon.